example in The Hobbit. You see that in The Lion King, because the hero of The Lion King isn't Mustafa, the father. The hero of The Lion King is Simba, who's the son. The son is the hero. That's a good way of thinking about it. That's very typical in literary representations. The father is necessary, but the son is the hero. You see that echoed in the Christian story, because Christ is the hero of the biblical corpus, at least from the Christian perspective. And that's an element of the divine, the Son, and it's the element of the divine that's associated with adventure. Okay, so let's walk through that. Let's take a more prosaic adventure story. That would be The Hobbit is a good example. Everybody knows that story. So The Hobbit is this sort of nondescript, everyman. There's nothing remarkable about him in any obvious sense. He's certainly not a wizard. He's not an elf. He's not magic. He's a good, decent beginner. That's a good way of conceptualizing him. He lives in this circumscribed area, right? So in both The Lord of the Rings and in The Hobbit, the Shire it's sort of like your neighborhood if it was only full of naive people. And all those naive people know that the Eye of Sauron is gathering in the distance constantly. That's China, as far as I can tell. That all-seeing eye of the tyrannical state, right? That's over the horizon. The terrible dragon that has the capability of destroying everything, that's lurking out beyond what's really apprehensible. And all the ordinary people in the Shire want nothing to do with that. They want to have their circumscribed lives, and you can understand that. And one of the things that makes the Hobbit himself, let's say, attractive as a character is because he does have that pull towards tranquil domesticity. And that's not a vice. It's only a vice when you insist upon that, when the times don't allow for that, right? And it's questionable at the moment, for example, whether the times allow for that. So far, yes, but I wouldn't count on that continuing, not unless we become more assiduous adventurers. So what happens to the Hobbit? Well, he's called out by a magical agent, it's Gandalf in this case, to have an adventure. Okay, so what does that mean? What's a magical agent? A magical agent is one of those things that you encounter in your life that transforms your aim.